Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall intel. And this video is going to be an add-on to one I posted earlier this week discussing this week's Grandmaster Nightfall, which is the Lake of Shadow strike for the very first time this season. Remember, if you can complete the strike at the Grandmaster difficulty, you will earn yourself the Adept version of the Swarm Heavy Machine Gun, which I've heard is actually pretty PvE meta at the moment. This is also a great strike to farm even if you're trying to do this at the lower level difficulties just because of its expediency as well as the endgame mats and us getting so close to Season of the Deep, Season 21. And also, this is one of the easiest strikes to do solo if you are trying to attempt it at the Legend or Master difficulty. It's also probably one of the easiest strikes to do solo at the GM difficulty, but I wouldn't suggest doing that, though it's very possible with some of the boss cheeses that I discussed in the previous video, and we'll do a brief recap on here, but also this new glitch that we're going to discuss today, which essentially allows you to skip several sections, including the Tormentor section, and 5 champions while still being able to receive a platinum reward. These combination of things, the boss glitch as well as the skip, probably makes this one of the most efficient GM farms in the history of GMs. Certainly of all the GMs this season and, in my mind, at least the past 3 or 4 seasons. So you don't want to miss this, and I don't believe it will last through Tuesday's reset as we are getting a whole new set of things, whole new set of updates with the release of Season of the Deep, and I honestly don't know when we will see this particular strike in the GM form again. So definitely make use of it now up until Tuesday's reset. Certainly worth doing, like I said, even if you're trying to do this at the lower level difficulties, just because of how fast you can actually do this strike now. I would say that a 10-minute GM is definitely possible. But as you can see in the clip that I'm showing here, simply get to the bridge section. You'll have to complete everything as normal up to there. But once you get to the bridge and you defeat the last group of champions at the very end, instead of going back inside the dam, where you'll have to face at least 2 or 3 more sets of champions, as well as the Tormentor, which is going to be the thing that probably kills people the most, especially if you're trying to do this at the GM difficulty or solo. Simply jump across to the boss platform, the boss arena, which is directly across from where the bridge actually is above you. By doing this, the enemies will spawn in that are already in the arena. You'll have to take them out. But then once they're dead, you can actually complete the rest of the strike and still receive a platinum score, even though you've skipped all those champions as well as the Tormentor. The other great thing about this is you'll only need 1 teammate to actually do this. Once you've defeated those champions in the boss arena, simply go up to the door that you would normally use to enter the boss arena, where you would normally come out of the hallway and drop in, and you'll be able to spawn your teammates there. They will get adjoining allies and will be teleported to that area. They might need to be revived, but because of the actual boss cheese for this particular strike, which you'll see me doing now, it really doesn't matter. You won't need those 2 or 1 revives in order to get your teammates. So it makes the whole thing so much quicker, and it prevents you from actually wiping during the Tormentor area, which I would say is probably just as difficult an area as the actual boss, especially considering the out-of-bounds cheese that we do for the boss in this particular strike. A couple of things that I would recommend if you are going to be attempting the skip or the boss cheese. 1, definitely have a warlock on your fire team, or if you're going about this solo, use a solar warlock, because though I've seen other classes attempt this jump, it is much easier when you have a warlock with heat rising. because you do get a turn back barrier, and though it's fairly easy to get past it, I have seen a few people get hung up on the ledge in order to get up to the actual boss arena. With heat rising, you simply just float right up. Second, bring Osteo, because once you're in the boss cheese spot, you don't want to have to be looking over the ledge, and there are knights that can occasionally damage you up there with their fire attack. They like to sit right underneath where you are, so you have to look over the ledge in order to actually kill them. You don't want to be doing that. Trigger the Osteo damage bug on the boss as soon as they spawn in. Just get to safety once you're in the boss cheese spot. Switch to that weapon that has Vorpal on it. Remember, as soon as you switch to the weapon with Vorpal, the Osteo dot will continually rebuff, so you don't even have to damage the boss. And that's really for the people who are attempting this solo. But why wouldn't you try this solo with these two particular glitches that you can use in combination? Don't have to fight the Tormentor. Don't really have to fight the boss. What could be better? But that's going to conclude all today's info as far as the strike is concerned. Did want to just give a brief little recap. Remember that next week is the launch of Season of the Deep, Season 21. It will be at reset, though I'm sure there will be some downtime maintenance, so you probably won't be able to log in for at least a couple of hours after reset, but there's going to be a ton of new stuff coming in Season of the Deep. We're getting a new dungeon, though I'm sure that's not going to be at launch day. Maybe by Friday or maybe by the next Tuesday, unless I'm totally wrong about that. If I am, and it is launching at the actual launch of the season, leave a comment down below. And of course, if you've watched till this point in the video, I want to just thank you so much for all the support on the YouTube channel. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2, Lightfall, Season of the Deep content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel, and I do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. Almost 70% of all the people who watch my channel regularly are not subscribed, so don't forget to if you can. Really appreciate it. And of course, if you've watched till this point in the video, you can also leave a hashtag Season of the Deep or a hashtag Lightfall in the comments section to be entered into that next giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, I do a hashtag at the end of all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course do it again. Good luck farming. You have about 5 days left in order to use this farm to its fullest extent. I don't know when it will be returning, if ever, in Season of the Deep. I don't believe it'll be in the GM rotation. So this might be your last best chance in order to farm this with these two particular glitches in combination, because they might be patched or we might just not see this strike for quite a while. Thanks again once more, and of course, I am Wilhelm Scream. We will see you next time.